Hello, everybody. Welcome to stream. Today, we only have Natalie here because we have terrible coordination with our other co-hosts.
Well, to be fair, Madeline's phone is broken and isn't going to let her use Discord.
Yeah. Anyways. So, how you doing?
A lot of shit has been going on with my family, and I don't know what to do about it. But for now, that don't matter.
Fair enough. Right now, as of recording, I am
very stressed.
As of recording, I am stressed, depressed, and pumpkin spice obsessed.
I am not pumpkin spice obsessed. I would like a hot cocoa, please, and thank you.
Fair enough. Today's video is on Halo. First off, what do you know about Halo?
I know that it's a video game. I know that it has a disappointing TV show that a lot of people hate.
And that is true.
I know that a lot of memes come from it.
You know what? I will make a video where I trash talk the entire Halo TV show. We'll do a reaction video on it. Depends on whether you viewers are liked and subscribed yet. You better freaking like and subscribe, or else I will come to steal your kidneys. Or your Jordans, whichever is most convenient. And worse, I'll sell them to Goodwill.
Trash on Goodwill? Don't trash on Goodwill.
What, did you expect me to say United Healthcare?
I don't know, you could have said Salvation Army.
True.
But it said Sabers. Even though that's only a here thing.
I'm going to continue to make jokes about United Healthcare until it stops being funny. Because it's not every day that you lose your CEO to a fucking hitman. Bro decided he is, in fact, Agent 47.
Oh well.
Oh well, anyways. I'm not condoning violence. I'm posting that, I'm saying that right now. I do not condone violence. But I will say that the United Healthcare CEO was a shitty person.
I condone it.
We can't, I don't know if we can say that on YouTube.
Oh well, it's not in the first 30 seconds. You're welcome.
That's true. And somehow we haven't managed to swear yet.
I know, fuck.
And moment's gone.
I had to. You gave me an opportunity. I wasn't gonna waste it.
Moment's gone. Sorry, everyone.
Oh, come on. You love me.
I mean, that's true. You are the best.
Yay.
And, you know, for every time that I've had to almost cancel a video, this is probably like the second time. Which isn't a lot, but it's weird that it happened twice. Oh well, so much for my glorious Dr. Doofenshmirtz meme. Just wow. Just wow.
I wasn't paying attention. I'm multitasking.
Joe
and you know for
Biden.
a fact what I'm multitasking on because you also should be multitasking right now.
Tell me off screen.
Sociology paper.
Remind me off
Your
screen,
sociology
please.
paper.
Also, it's funny because my sociology paper has to do with exactly what I'm doing.
Yes. It might have to do with serial killers, so I should put out a serial killer documentary.
Maybe not during stream. After stream.
But I want to learn about John Wayne Gacy. I already know a lot about John Wayne Gacy. I should pick that one.
I am just gonna say whoever the fuck.
The killer clown.
That's real?
Yeah. It was real in 2016, but John Wayne Gacy was a serial killer that dressed up as clowns and killed a lot of men and boys and buried them in his basement.
Damn.
Anyway.
Just a reminder that somebody found 30 bodies in Ben Franklin's basement.
Really?
Keep in mind that this was around the time where, doing surgery was kind of involved a lot of guesswork. Basically, he was using a bunch of bodies that I don't know how he got them. Put it this way, they didn't die there.
Huh. Okay. I didn't Ben Franklin was a weird ass dude.
He was a surgeon in the 1700s. Of course he was a weird-ass dude. Also, what dude wants to get shocked by lightning? Apparently this motherfucker.
Apparently. You know what I want to watch so fucking bad?
Yeah.
I want to watch American Psycho.
I want to watch American Dad, but we can't all get what we want.
Why do you want to watch American Dad?
For the memes.
I want to watch American Psycho. You know why? Christian Bale, aka my favorite Batman.
Yeah, fair enough. Anyways. Halo time. So, let's start from the beginning. So, a long time ago, in a galaxy not so very far away.
Shut up, we're not talking about Star Wars today.
I had to make a reference here.
You did not, but whatever.
Anyways, so, around a very, very, very long time ago. Well, around like 10-ish million years ago. There are these dudes called the Precursors. They're just kind of giant congealed bodies of mass, albeit they have been known to transform into other things. It's just they usually just show up as giant congealed bodies of mass. Oh, they're also space god. You know, because God is aliens. Because ancient aliens told us that. And I'm not gonna stop ripping on that fucking stupid ass show. Anywho. So, basically, you have the Precursors. They're like gods, right?
Yeah.
So they create a bunch of different species. The first two that he kind of makes are the Forerunners and the humans. They're very related. They're kind of, I guess, twin civilizations. Albeit the Forerunners were Daddy's favorite, so they got all the advanced shit. You know, like fucking artificial intelligence. Oh hey, it's the Green Man. It's the Green Man. There is no greener man than me. Hello, sir. I am here to kick names and chew ass. Anywho, so they created the Forerunners, and they also created these dudes called, well, humans, and they also created a species called the Sanshayub. They're kind of evil Knievelly motherfuckers. These dudes are definitely fucking evil, and that will in no way turn to bite us in the ass. They also make a bunch of other species, but none of them are relevant for this time frame that I am talking about, 10 million years before the start of Halo. So, yeah, those other species, don't worry about them. They're not relevant.
I really do hate to do this, but my schedule is put in time by my parents and my brother, and my mother apparently ordered groceries that I did not know about. Can we continue this in like 10-20 minutes? I'm sorry. It's not my fault.
Are we just gonna... What? Ah, God, who the hell inverted my controls?
That sucks for you. You can just play Halo or whatever you're doing for the next 5 minutes.
Sure. Okay, well, I guess I'm just not gonna... I guess I'm just not gonna talk about, the actual, topic of the video for another 10 minutes. Sorry, everyone.
It's not my fault. I gotta go. Bye.
Okay, then. Well, that's kind of awkward, guys. That's kind of new. Never had that happen before. I will not be ending stream for those of you who are on stream, if there is anyone on stream. But yeah, I'll worry about that later. In the meantime, I will continue playing as the Green Man. The greenest man. I am the dude. Alrighty. Oh, well, he's fucking dead. He got killed by the aliens. Something tells me you're gonna die. He died. I know how to play FPS games. Don't remind me. I forgot how annoying the sticky buttons are. Oh, hello. I don't like you. Hello, guys. Just keep doing your job. Just keep shooting them so that I can just run away. I run. Okay. By follow you, you mean you're gonna be following me, right? Mostly because I'm faster, I'm stronger, and I'm better. I'm just better. I'm the Green Man. I am the greenest man. There is no man greener than I am. Ah, there's a thing here. Oh, fancy technology. Guys, look. Technology! Ba-da-dum-bum, bum, ba-da-da-dum, dum, bum. Never gonna krill you up. I don't know who the fuck is. It's the Robot Man. It's the naughty, naughty Robot Man. I smell piss stain. He is a piss stain. He is stinky. Ah. Wow, the thing that showed up was World War II, and then Cairo Station? Cairo Station doesn't even exist yet. It won't exist for, like, another month. Sure thing, buddy. I don't know what the hell you just said, man. I am straight as fuck. Fuck you, robot. I am a warm-blooded, a red-blooded American. Country, quit fucking messaging me. I am going to kick your shins. It's the dude. It's the captain. Wow. Much wow. It is El Capitan. We've got this. Nope, never mind. We do not got this. Shit. We just got hit by a fucking bomb. We've been Barack bombed. This time by not a drone. I just realized how curved this bridge is, and I don't like it. The roof is curved, and I hate it now. Uh-oh. We cannot let the aliens get their filthy hands on Blue Lady, because Blue Lady is better. Damn, I forgot how much of a short king you are compared to me. Let me quickly go down here for nothing. There is nothing in here. Hello. Are you stunned at my magnificence? The fact that I am much bigger than you are. And you are small. Okay, I'm leaving. Sheesh. Be krilled. Krill yourself. I know how to throw grenades, you fucking imbecile. Guys, you won't believe it. Shit. Hold on. Damn it. Okay, everyone, I'm back. I don't even know what the fuck is happening. Anyways, back to killing aliens. This is the wrong way. I just went through this way. I am... Oh, hello. You smell funny. I know how to reload! Shut up. I don't remember them doing this for normal difficulty. I just realized that I don't have any health. Uh-oh. Ruh-roh, Raggy, I fucked up. Think he's dead yet? Let's fucking lock and load, boys. All quiet my ass. Let's see how close. Okay, let's see how... Oh, shit. Fuck you. Fuck all of yous. Oh, shit, and fuck me too, I guess. Split lip. Alien. Alien have an ass. Oh, those two Marines just died. Well, he's dead. We did it, guys. I krilled him. You bastard, I'm a krillionaire. Watch me complete this mission without Nat ever being here. Damn, my aim really sucks if I didn't even get a headshot during that. Krill yourself! I died. I did not in fact, get him to kill himself. Yay. Ha, got him. Let me go quickly. Oh, there we go. Health. The key factor in this game. Hello, guys. This guy's fucking dead. Let me quickly just... Guys, watch the noise difference. That's the noise difference between... That's just the noise... That's just the noise that my thing makes. Doesn't matter what's hitting it. And just kind of punch... I like the noises better in the OG. I'm not even gonna lie. Just, however, this grinds on your ears. You should be so glad that you cannot in fact hear my audio because I have my TV turned down for the sake of my uncle who is next door. And I know he would kind of be pissed if I just did this in the middle of the day. Get krilled, bitches! I didn't lose any Marines, so it's fine. It's morally acceptable when you don't lose a single Marine. Hello and welcome back to my krilling spree. Is that a nope? That's not a gnat. That's an anvil. Hi, Anvil. I'm not even gonna lie. Technically, we don't even need you for this stream, because I know for a fact that you know a fair amount about this franchise, and I shouldn't need to explain it to you. Bullets! Eat bullets! Fucking alien! Oh, damn, I wasn't even talking to him. I wasn't even talking to him about the fucking alien thing. I wasn't calling him an alien. Is that gonna be clipped now? Is that gonna be quoted? Somebody's gonna go back and look at this video and says, "Oh, I called Anvil a split lip." Or fucking no, I'm talking about these motherfuckers. This goofy having ass. Look at this motherfucker's face. What the hell? He looks like he's smiling here. I know this is the Reach model, but like stinky. I shall continue to beat your shit with your mom. 'Cause I am your father. And your brother is not the mother. Albeit, you don't know that. Da 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 da. I will shoot. Just a reminder, guys, in case you guys don't know the lore, the reversed version of Go Go Go, the audio was used to make Wart Wart Wart. Actually, I'm pretty sure all of the noises for the elites just goes into reversed speech for Johnson, which I think is the funniest shit ever. Let me quickly. Okay. Is he just looking at me? He's just looking at me, okay. Fuck you, Zeno. Go krill yourself. Come on, gimme. I know! I know what a nav point looks like, you buffoon! I know that there's nothing this way, but I'm just gonna go do... Is there anything this way? I might. Oh, I'm not in fact tweaking. This is actually the way that I'm supposed to be going. Yeah. Wow, you don't like it when I'm too close? God, that's going to be taken out of context, isn't it? I don't even remember this area. I probably could have gone another way, but this is the way that I'm doing this now. Guys, I gave him the authentic Abraham Lincoln experience. Sorry, guys. Not again. There would have to be a first time if you're asking me not to do it again. Fill that bitch up with lead. I got all those bullets. Those thick, meaty rounds. Anywho. They don't seem utterly that enthused. Wait a minute. Guys, a reference to another piece of media. We'll get to that. I'll make a video on that. Or, you guys could go watch Halo Cannon's video on it. I will put a link somewhere if I feel like it. If I don't, you know what happened, and it's all your fault. Yeah, that's right. I said it was your fault, viewer, because you're not you're not subscribed. You little shit. You're gonna end up like these two motherfuckers. Laid out like a goddamn coffee table. I will, in fact, put you in the dirt. Yes, I know I'm wearing Mark 5. It'll be fine, Cortana. Don't worry about it. Could I have actually... I could have gone another way to get here. Yes, I am him. I am the John Halo. Grenade is king. Bow before your mortal overlords. It's fine, guys. Let me cook. Get your ass inside. I have the golden run. I have the golden gun. I want to see Halo 25th Anniversary Edition. It will make me look less shitty. Sir, my graphics card. We're going to the giant space donut, boys. And ladies. And other people. But I do not kid myself. I know that my audience is mostly men. krill or be krilled, my guys. I will actually end up editing most of this out. Oh, damn it. I was right. There's literally nobody here. Like, Nat's not here yet. Damn, guys, that's kind of blah, blah, blah. I'd pause the stream, but I don't know how to pause this. Oh, was that a human? Is there a human here? Hello, Natalia. Damn. Well, yeah, I don't know how to pause the stream. Yeah, you guys could go like figure that out. I don't know how to do that. Or at least I don't know how to pause it while I'm live. Not big. I guess in the meantime, you can listen to me become an absolute maniac. Since I am waiting for our little demon. Well, demon queen, but my point stands. She is our little goblin queen of our glorious community. And she'll probably kick my ass if she comes back on stream for saying that. Beach at the end of the line. Anyways, let me quickly post this to like Instagram so that people actually know that I'm freaking streaming. Because you guys don't have the bell icon clicked, so go click on it now so that you can get up to date on all of my new videos. Do it now. Whomsoever the fuck is summoning me? Why would you summon me? Anywho, let's continue the video. Albeit, most of this right now, up until Matt gets back, will be edited out. I'll probably be editing out sometime today. Hope y'all enjoy that I'm just kind of streaming with nothing, just kind of doing nothing. Uh-oh. I like how technically it's canon that Master Chief ping pong balled around the fucking pod. I can move it, sir. I'm good. I am not forklift certified. Do not trust me. Guys, I think she's dead. Guys, I don't know what you guys think, but I think she's dead. Also, do you guys think I'm gonna dodge the Covenant patrol? I will do no such thing. I will murder every single alien. Immediate evasion, my ass. I'm killing every single one of those alien bastards. Come on, sit your ass down. Come down. Come to Papa. Oh shit. I pressed the wrong button. Should I shoot it, chat? Evasion my nuts. Evade these nuts in your jaws. I'll also be honest, for those of you who play this game, I have no idea how this thing flies. Something science fiction. Holy shit. Be killed. Haha, bitch. Eat grenades. How the hell? I don't know how that didn't work. Well, we tried, guys. We tried to shoot down those alien bastards. It didn't work. But yeah, most of this is probably going to be edited out. I'll try and edit in a clip of me saying I'm sorry, because most of this is going to be edited out of the video. Oh, hello. Look who showed up. 50 minutes into stream.
It was just my mom ordered a shit ton of groceries. Oh.
Okay. I'm going to just have to start from scratch. Because most of this is going to be edited out of the video. And I'm not even going to lie.
At all. Oh, it's hot.
I am mad enough that I spent 40 minutes of this game doing nothing. That most of this literally most of this entire video is going to be edited out. Also, god fucking damn it, this is where my checkpoint is. Ah! You know what? Maybe the game doesn't like me because you didn't show up, which is why my fucking game decided to hard fucking reset my checkpoint.
Hey, I showed up, but it's not my fault that there was a grocery order.
You teleported into the Shadow Realm. And then Anvil showed up for all of 10 minutes. Not even 10 minutes. 10 seconds. Yeah, I told him that we didn't really need him for this episode since he knows this franchise. Albeit, I do know it a lot better than he does. Anywho. So, to kind of recap, because I am editing most of the original intro to this video out. Hello, chat. Welcome to Ohio. Ohio is where God has been killed. Because we killed him. Don't ask how. Don't ask why. We just did.
And what's your beef with Ohio?
It would be nice if there was anything in the state. But there isn't. The only thing in the entire state is Cleveland. And Cincinnati.
Country? Bullfighting?
Okay, first off, all of those come from different places. And honestly, they are easily better than they are in Ohio.
Ever been to an Ohio State Fair? Have you ever been to Ohio at all?
If I've been anywhere, I've probably been to Springfield.
That don't really count.
Fuck you, aliens. I pissed in your cum. That's gonna get quoted now, isn't it? Isn't it? You're gonna quote that. How do I know that you're gonna quote that?
I've quoted you twice today.
You've quoted me once so far. But yes, I know you're. I see you typing. I will put that on stream. But yeah, because I know the rest of that joke is going to be cut off stream. Yeah, I am here to kick names and chew ass, and I'm all out of ass. So get your name ready. I have.
I thought you were gonna say you were all out of names.
Nah. There's no such thing as too many grenades. Sun Tzu once said. Anywho. So, restarting kind of the video.
Not my fault of that.
Fuck you, alien.
Not my fault.
Not even talking to you. I'm talking to this purple man. Oh, he did. I shot him with my god pistol. Halo players, you know what I'm talking about. Haha, fuck you. Anyways.
Non-players, we're abused.
Anyways. So, kind of rewinding a little bit, because most of what I just said is probably... Most of what I said at the beginning of those videos is going to be cropped out. Oh, hey, also, by the way, go donate to me going to London. It helps out the channel, and I will be making a video on it. So do that.
You forgot to
please.
do that in the 30 minutes that I was gone.
I was honestly going to do it when I got rid of, like, the first 50 minutes of the stream. So if somebody asks me, hey, where did the first 50 minutes of the stream go? It went to the Shadow Realm. That's where it went.
I had to leave.
It was picked up by Barricade on his way out for the next Transformers movie. And I just realized that some people might not recognize that joke. Context: Barricade disappears in Transformers 1. You'll know it when you see it. Also, I'm talking about the 07 version, not the new movie. It's good, but no, not what I'm talking about. Anywho. Hello, Marines. Where is Johnson? Is Fuck, Johnson's dead. Johnson's been hit with a grenade. Sorry, Johnson. I didn't know where you were. Hi, random. You guys are just officers. Yeah, you guys are... I'm sorry, bridge crew. You're going to die. Unironically. But then again, that's naval officers in any science fiction setting. Except Star Trek, because all of the characters have God mode, apparently, on that show. Yes, you heard me. I just did Star Trek. Sorry, guys. However, remind me the next time somebody dies. Anywho. So the precursors, they create the universe. Well, kind of. They make... They're able to make, like... They make life. Like, so they make us, they make the Forerunners, and they make the Sans-Shayum. And they also make a bunch of other stuff, but nobody cares about those other people until later. Like, the other aliens that you're seeing me beat the shit out of right now, don't worry about them. I will talk about them later. That's saying if Nat is even watching my stream and even knows what the hell I'm talking about.
I have no idea what you're talking about, and I'm not watching your stream because, as you know, I am multitasking, like you should be.
Yeah, but here's the thing. Don't be watching something else when we're supposed to be streaming.
I'm watching something else. I'm doing something else.
And that is? You're watching Shameless again?
Sociology. No! I'm writing my sociology paper.
I have single-handedly killed all the aliens again. Okay, we're good. At least until I get shot at again. In which case, I will not be good. And I will get to you within a 12-hour work week. Ow. It's fine. Anyways. Oh, hey, more aliens, guys. Time for me to kill. All of them. Yep, all of them. I'm gonna kill every single alien in the entire fucking universe. Because aliens can go suck my left nuts. I smell Cretan! Aliens are dead. Except you. Fuck you. That's revenge for what you do in Halo 2. Shitbag. Bullets! Now, guys, watch me just... Yeah, you could say I spent an entire magazine shooting that dead man. But I don't give a Kentucky Fried Fuck. So anyways, so the Forerunner, they create the Foreigners, us, and then the Sanshayum. So anyways, so after a few, basically after a while, they were, so the Foreigners, they're like our sibling power when it comes to like power level. It's us and then it's them. Well, them and then it's us. We're kind of like on par with them almost. So basically, we're like, at some point, the Foreigners realize not the Foreigners, the precursors, the dudes who created everything and are basically space god, they basically realized, damn, that other species I created, the Foreigners, they kind of suck, and they act like dickheads. Maybe we should just like not give them this mantle of responsibility thingy. The thing that's like the most important thing in the entire galaxy. So they basically give it to humanity. The Foreigners, being kind of peeved about this, they kill all of them. All the precursors. They kill Space God.
Okay.
This will have no negative consequences later, guys. Trust me. I lied.
Foreshadowing.
Foreshadowing. Alien motherfucker, get back here. I still have 50 cal to load into you. I just love the smell of 50 cal in the morning. Crunch. He made a lovely crunch noise, guys. What the fuck was that? Oh, got him. And I sent him. I don't know where. I am going to give somebody a seizure. Foreheads? No more.
It won't be the first time.
What the hell do you mean it wouldn't be the first time? I press this fancy button, and I get a bridge. Anyways, so basically, we kill the Foreigners. Or, well, the precursors kill the Foreigners. Or, fuck, I can't English. Foreigners kill the precursors after their big-ass war. Precursors, most of them go into hibernation and then just kind of, dip out of the universe. Apparently, some of them might have settled the world called Netherop at some point. But by 2552, they're fucking dead. Or at least, we can assume that they're dead given that their structures are still there, but they're like, how do I say? According to the native peoples there, whatever used to be there is dead. Like, it's been dead for a while. I could be completely wrong here. I have not finished Halo Oblivion. I'm sorry for those of you book nerds who have read the book and are cringing at me right now. I haven't had the time to actually go read the book. However, I also didn't use it as a source for my research paper because, to be honest, I didn't know if it had anything relevant in it. So, I'm sorry in advance, because I just didn't know. So, yeah, sorry guys. Anywho. So, basically, after that whole debacle, the Forwarders continue doing their shtick, advancing technology, and whatever. And at some point, the humans, we come across a derelict spaceship in the middle of fuck all nowhere. Also known as probably Space Kansas. Or just Idaho. And if somebody says, quit insulting Midwestern states, I will raise you. We have things that people actually want to see here. So, if you're saying that my excuses are not valid, sorry. But it would be nice if your state was valid. The only person who forgets about you more than me is probably your fucking politicians. Sorry, guys, I'm just telling the truth. Don't shoot the messenger because I'm telling you the truth. Then again, you guys did shoot the UHC healthcare dude for, well, not telling you the truth. So, yeah, please don't shoot the people who tell you the truth and actually honesty. Because honesty is good for people. Ah! Like how I said that, and then I got immediately fucking murdered. Anywho.
Yeah, sure, honesty is great for people.
It's great until it isn't. I'd say be honest to your parents, but then
I'm not.
I also am not. Albeit that's for personal reasons. One reasons that I will not go into ever. You guys can find out when I'm dead. I'll put it in like I'm dead post. Right next to my grave.
Explaining your life fucking story.
Explain my life story. Have like a note written on the back that just says make a movie out of this, please. Because god damn it, sometimes I feel like I'm in a sitcom. Isn't there a body here? Yeah. Sorry, dude. You're dead. There goes the car. I will bet a significant amount of money that the dude who was in the car is dead. Anywho. Sorry, aliens. Yeah, I got the sniper rifle. Fuck you in particular down there. What the hell? How the fuck did you die? Damn, these dudes really just kind of keel over and die, don't they? Short controlled bursts. That's how you do it, boys. Boom, 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 boom. Anyways.
Joke here on YouTube. Don't make the joke here on YouTube. Don't make the joke.
Don't
make the joke.
Last I checked, we're allowed to make sex jokes. I mean, it kind of depends on where you live. In which case, Anvil would be doing great right now.
Yeah, you're doing awesome.
Yeah, we got the squad. We got Sergeant Stacker and then this other Marine. Don't know who he is, and it won't matter. If he wasn't an orphan already, he will in fact be an orphan by the end of this video. Or, spoiler alert, he'll fucking die. Stacker won't, because he's just too much of a fucking absolute unit. to the point where they don't mention him until a fucking encyclopedia that comes out in 2007. 6 years after this game was released. Banshees! Kill that motherfucking plane! He smells like bitch! Ah, shit. Come back here and fight me! Bitch. We lost Stacker. Well, rip. Don't worry, he'll come back alive sometime during this game, this playthrough. Because just a reminder that even though named characters exist in this game, that does not in fact mean that they don't die, or like they're not capable. Their AI is not capable of dying, because even Keys can die. That's right. Nat hasn't met Keys because he was in the mission before this, and she wasn't there, so she missed easily one of the best characters in all of Halo. I mean, he'll show back up again later, but like, who cares? I make that joke, but seriously, he like kind of yeah. Sorry guys, sorry Captain Keys fans. You guys are great, but like, he's kind of dead already. I also punch him at some point, so don't worry about it. I will not provide any context for people who don't know, because that would classify as spoilers, and I don't feel like doing that right now. Anywho.
You always feel like spoiling.
Do I have to actually go in here? I think I'm actually just going to use original graphics, just because memes. Hello, Marine. Okay, well, I just had to go. I just had to do that? Wow. Hey, oh, wait, no. It's a con. Yes, I know. I'm wearing Mjolnir Mark V. You have relevance? Anywho. Oh, hey, dropship. That's probably what they were talking about earlier. Fuck you, aliens. You look like chicken. Anywho, so when it comes to the foreigners, most of them they act like dicks. A lot of them. I'd say the only one who's actually kind of nice is the librarian, and that's just about it. Oh, her and Bornsteller. But Bornsteller is not really important. Or at least Bornsteller, when it comes to being referred to as Bornsteller, is not really important for the sake of this story. Also, from this point onwards, I'm probably just going to call him the Isodidact, because that's what they call him in the books.
Okay.
Don't ask why he has a second title. It's a long story, and don't ask why there's another Didact. It's also a long story. There's literally an entire book trilogy. You can go Google it. It's actually really good. I still haven't finished it because time commitment. I make these videos instead of reading books. Shame on me.
You make these videos instead of doing your sociology homework.
This is part of my work.
No, it's not. It's just a video.
It could be.
Mr. Davis ain't gonna take a video for credit. Actually, he might be one of the teachers that might, but he's probably not.
Haha. Anywho. So anyways, so unfortunately, this age of advancement or whatever, nothing ever lasts. So remember how I said that basically the dudes or whatever who created the universe or whatever, a lot of the dudes who didn't die, they basically took a giant space nap. So here's the thing. So their bodies corrupted. And it turned into this powder. And naturally, with anything when it comes to aliens, you'll never guess what humanity did with it. We gave it to dogs. Well, space dogs. They're called the Faru. They're also extinct in the modern timeline. I wonder why. So basically, a lot of them were given this, powder or whatever, because it, calmed them down or whatever. Which is kind of nice. Slight problem. So eventually, these the dogs started mutating. Eventually, this infection spread to humans. And also to the Sanchayum, who were at the time related to humans. Or at least, they were our allies. This will not come back to haunt us later. Guys, for real. This will not come back to haunt us later at all. Until it does, but don't worry about it. Anywho. So anyways, so this stuff mutates the Faru, and also eventually this infection spreads to humans and the Sanchayum. The humans, realizing that this is kind of an aw fuck moment, and realizing that we may have done an oopsie, we basically we figure out the greatest solution to mankind. Just to our problem. Kill it from orbit. Basically, we start using a technique called glassing. Now, what glassing does, for the people who don't know physics or science in any manner, this is actually very simple to kind of understand for you. But I'll break it down for you anyways. Because I'm nice like that. That, and I know that at least some of you have a first grade reading level. Not you. But I know there are some of the people who probably watch this channel probably do, in fact, have a first grade reading level. In which case, I shall continue to insult them. Oh. Oh shit. Ah! Anyways. So eventually, what kind of happens So we basically start using glassing. Glassing, what it does is it basically blows up. Basically, you fire a big, giant laser of plasma. It's a constant beam. And basically, it burns the ground. Well, it burns the ground to the point of where the ground turns into glass from the heat. Think about how hot that has to be for a minute. That's how we make glass, by the way. You superheat sand, essentially. Basically, yeah, they're superheating the earth to kill it with fire. So yeah, unfortunately, it spreads into neutral foreigner territory. And the humans realizing that if we contact the foreigners, it's going to give the... If we wait to contact the foreigners, it's gonna give the flood time. This parasite, also known as the flood, time to spread. If they're like, if we give them time to spread, we're fucked. So they don't contact the foreigners. So they just glass a foreigner planet. The foreigners, being a little bit peeved and not even realizing the situation, because of our communication skills are terrible, apparently. Damn, even in science fiction, our communication skills are very lackluster. Let me guess.
What are you guessing?
I had a feeling that there were alien motherfuckers down here. Let me quickly make sure that everyone's dead. Yep, everyone is sufficiently dead. Okay, we're good. Anyways, so basically, we start a war with the foreigners. And we get our asses kicked. Wow, shocker. We picked a fight with a more advanced alien civilization and lost. Whoop-de-fucking-do.
Oh, such a shocker.
Basically, however, as revenge, the foreigners... Also, by the way, during this time, the Sanshayum, they backstabbed us. So yeah, remember when I said it wouldn't come into effect earlier? I lied. So yeah, the Sanshayum kind of backstabbed us. Also, this isn't even the first time they'll do it. They'll do it again. Albeit not to us this time. That's a change of pace. Instead, they start a decades-long fucking intergalactic war. Anywho. So, yeah, that happens. Basically, as revenge, they literally bring us all the way back to... So there are technological levels in Halo where like you can measure or whatever like how advanced a civilization is. The precursors at their height when they were gods or whatever, they were tier 0. They're gods. Tier 1 is like highly advanced people. So you have the Forerunners. They're like the only people who are at tier 1. Humanity in the post-war era and the Covenant are at like tier 2. Also, by the way, they're called technological advancement tiers. I didn't know this until I actually had to Google this. So basically, that kind of happens. So tier 3 is spacefaring, where you have people can actually use slip space, which is basically a form of portals, and a bunch of other stuff. That is what humanity is in the current setting prior during the war, during the Human Covenant War. You have tier 4, which is the space age, which is like humanity in the 2200s, so 300 years before the current era. Tier 5 is the atomic age, so that's World War II. For us, that in terms of technology, that's World War II. Then you have the industrial period, which is tier 6, and then tier 7. They pushed us all the way back to tier 7. They literally reduced us back to the Stone Age. Oh, and then they fucking studied us. Yeah, they fucking studied us. Oh, hey, by the way, they also blew up our capital. So the planet that our capital was on also wasn't.
Of course you did.
Yeah, they blew up the planet. Well, they didn't really blow up the planet. They killed all the people on the planet. Albeit that was more of a mendicant bias thing than a foreigner thing, and this happened after the war. But we'll get to that. So yeah. Oh, hey, just a reminder that blowing up planets, not new for Halo. This is not even the first time that it happened. The Foreigners actually ironically lost their own home planet because they fucking blew it up. Don't remember why, it just kind of blew up. It was just kind of unstable. Kind of sucked. Kind of an El Bozo moment. Anyways. Also, worth mentioning, the Foreigner capital, by the way, is called Maithrillion, and it's a giant space station thing. Anywho. So, the librarian, she kind of realizes, oh, hey, we weren't fighting the Foreigners, just for shits and giggles. We were running away from the Flood. The zombies, who, at the end of the Human-Foreigner War, just kind of dipped back into the Shadow Realm. When we lost.
Mm-hmm.
Basically so that they could come back at a time that is convenient for the plot. Basically, what she does is she takes some, so in Halo, there is a concept called, it's kind of a similar gene seed idea, like the Warhammer thing, for Space Marines, but it's not really like that at all. So this is called Gene Song, or Gaesh. Gaesh? Jas? I don't know how to say that. Anyways, also, I've heard it read differently for different people, so if somebody can leave in the comments how to freaking say that, please do. I don't understand. Please help. I need an adultier adult. Anywho. So they create, basically, she's like, humanity is probably a lot more worthy than we were, which is probably why we shouldn't. Basically, one of her main steps is to implant the gene song, or Gaesh, in 2 humans. These are the most important human commanders. I honestly don't remember their names. I'm sorry. And also, half of these are very hard to pronounce. So I won't even read them for the sake of time. So basically, she basically puts these gene song into people, and then just kind of waits for them to come out. And believe this is basically genetic pre-planning. This will come out at a singular time eventually. Basically, she's pre-planning shit. She's pre-planning genetics. That's how advanced the fucking Forerunners are. They can pre-plan genetics. Then again, there is the freaking the precursors had a form of physics called neural physics, which is and I'm going to quote the Halo wiki here, an abstract interplay between thought and the fabric of reality. Yeah, I'm just gonna let that sink in. Their architecture lives. Like, it's a living thing. I don't know how to explain that. It just kind of lives. Also, they had these things called star roads that could literally tear apart giant, massive constructs like the Ark, which we'll get into sometime later in a second here. Basically, they tear apart they're able to tear apart these giant, I guess, mega structures. And they kind of live. So that's kind of fucking creepy and weird as shit. I don't know how it works. You tell me how it works. Anywho, so basically, she kind of she pre-plans or whatever for it to go into two people, and just wait it out. Hilariously, so one of these eventually it passes on to a human, who on what is now Earth, which is at the time called Erde Tyrene. Which was thought to be, which the Forerunners and a lot of people thought to be the original homeworld of humanity before we had moved to our planet Charum Hakor. Also, we have no idea of the status of Charum Hakor. I don't remember. Anyway, we don't know where it went. It's probably blown up, though. So, that kind of sucks. But yeah, we're from Earth. Yep. Also, by the way, in the current, this war takes place 100,000 years ago. So, 97, this is 120,000 years ago. This is as I said, this is a long time before the current setting of Halo. Anywho, basically, one of the humans is a dude called Chakas. He's originally, at this point, he's a navigator. And one of the lakes or whatever that he's at is also worth mentioning. This is somewhere in Africa. He's from Africa. I'm not going to get into his full story because there is an entire book on it. But all you need to know, he became friends with a really nice little Forerunner dude. A dude called, and I am going to actually read his full name. Bornsteller makes eternal lasting. Yeah. Also worth mentioning that during the Foreigners have a really complex naming system, but we'll just say that his name is Bornsteller for the time being. Anywho, so he makes friends with Chakas. Also, just a reminder, Bornsteller is a Foreigner making friends with a human after the whole war thing. Also worth mentioning that neither of these people actually existed, when the war was still going on. Anywho. Eventually, the foreigners have to fight the flood. And it goes terribly. Faber, being a little shithead, also worth mentioning, so Faber is another one of the important foreigners. He's called the Master Builder. You'll never guess what he does.
What?
He builds things. Wow. That's literally his job. He's in charge of designing and building things. He's also a conceited dickhead. I am not even gonna lie. He is a fucking dickhead. Also, a little bit stupid. Maybe he didn't think. At all. Anywho. So basically, they're kind of like, well, that's not good. The zombies are back. Faber, he presents his solution into the Forerunner Academy, but specifically the High Council. I'm pretty sure that's what it's called, but I'm just going to roll with it for the time being. So he presents his solution: a bunch of these giant metal rings called halos, thus the name of the franchise. Specifically, he comes up with a plan to make a fuck ton of them. Like, he wants to make, basically, he presents his plan to basically them, and he's like, guys, we can make 12 of these. And basically, the dude who's in charge of the Forerunner military, a guy called Shadow of Sundered Star, also referred to as the Eurodidact. He's the didact that players encounter in Halo 4, for people who are wondering. No, the ISO didact is not in any cutscene or anything. He shows up in, like, some of the cutscenes, I think, for, like, I think it's Halo 2 Anniversary. I could be wrong. It's been a while. And he doesn't show up in, like, Halo 4 or anything. The ISO didact, he's mostly just kind of not there. When it comes to cutscenes, because people love the Eurodidact so much that they gave him a fucking book. Anywho. So the Eurodidact, or I'm just going to call him Shadow of Sundered Star because it's easier to remember for the time being. So he's basically like, well, so that giant space donut idea, that's fucking cringe. We should all just be able to just hide in bunker planets. Basically, artificial planets that act like bunkers with multiple layers. Yes, the planets have layers, like an onion.
Like an ogre.
Like an ogre. No, I will not actually elaborate on shield worlds because they're complicated, and I don't feel like playing Halo 4 during this entire live stream because fuck you. Anywho. Krill shoot. Anywho. So basically, also, after a certain point, Faber basically gets fed up with the didact and throws him in jail. And then also, by the way, that jail is in the middle of flood territory. Because Faber was a dickhead, and maybe not the smartest of people. Also worth mentioning that during this time, the Forerunners conducted terrifying experiments. Well, not really the Forerunners. a artificial AI called Mendicant Bias was designed. Who basically, he's like, guys, I can make everything better. I can develop a cure for the flood, but give me a bunch of humans so that I can do like tests and shit to see if I can make them immune. Even though that's utter bullshit. So, slight problem. He gets corrupted by a precursor by the name of the Primordial. By the way, this dude is imprisoned, was literally imprisoned on a Halo ring. That's why it wasn't exactly the most popular person. Oh, and by the way, at some point, and I think this is hilarious, during the book, one of the books, the isodidact, after a certain point, and this is like after, Mendicant Bias is corrupted or whatever, basically, at the Mendicant Bias, because he's corrupted now by the Flood, he goes rogue, steals a Halo ring, fires it near Maythrillion, the Forerunner capital. Yeah, fucking crazy. He tried to blow up the capital. Oh, and also, he also managed to damage the original 12 Halo rings. And eventually, what they just kind of realized was, guys, we could make this better by just not having so many fucking rings. We could just make them smaller and more compact, which will make it better. So they only ended up making 6 of the new rings. And because one of the old rings was damaged, albeit it was available, which also happens to be the one that our little Primordial dude was trapped on. It's called Zeta Halo, by the way. It's the setting for Halo Infinite. I'm not going to get into that for too long because that's its own story and it honestly deserves its own video. But basically, the Foreigners essentially get their shit kicked in for the most part. Faber just kind of dips. He just kind of goes into the Shadow Realm. We don't really know where he goes. He goes somewhere. He is not convenient for the entire plot. He just kind of leaves and never comes back. Oh, and then they rescue the Didact so that they can, use him for strategy, even though he's a complete dickhead. This comes back to haunt them later. Basically, at a certain point, the Foreigners are losing the war. They're losing badly. And the Didact, his solution is, what if we just made a bunch of people into robots? They can't be corrupted into zombies. So he makes Prometheans and realizes, damn, there aren't enough of us. You know what would be great? You know all those humans that we kept basically as test subjects for all of our cruel and terrible experiments? What if, and hear me out, guys, we kill all of them so that we can use their souls to power robots?
Murder.
So he uses this thing called the Composer. Now, it's worth mentioning that the Composer was known for being, an inhumane object because it kills all living matter and converts it to digital energy. It converts it to digital energy. Basically, if you're being composed, you are no longer alive, so to speak. However, they can reuse, what was useful of you and turn you into basically a robot. They can use you. Your soul is now in charge of a robot. Because, that's a great idea. This will not come back to haunt absolutely anyone in the future. Anywho, so he composes a fuck ton of humans. Actually, not even a fuck ton. Do you want to know how bad he is when it comes to that? So, Zeta Halo had a population or whatever of humans that were being used for experiments and whatever. He killed the entire human population of Zeta Halo and composed them to make them into killer robots. The librarian, who, for the record, is Shadow of Sundered Star's freaking wife. Yeah, this gets fucking weird. Very quickly. She basically is pissed off that her husband has decided to kill all of her, the stuff that she had been making for like forever. She had a plan for them and everything. She's kind of pissed off that he has decided to kill all of them, and so she basically decided, fuck you, I'm putting you in space prison. But not even just any space prison, a space prison where I'm going to make you take a nap for 10,000 years. Because fuck you. It says something when your wife basically shot you with a gun and then locked you in space jail to take a nap for 10,000 years. I will clarify, though, that they didn't, set a timer or whatever. She basically was like, he'll wake up when he wakes up, and I just hope that he just kind of, realizes that he did something wrong. I'll be honest, he didn't. He didn't learn anything. Oh shit. I've killed a Marine. I've killed 2 Marines. I'm sorry. I killed 2 allies. I shouldn't have done that. Anyways. So basically, basically she locks him in a prison. Not only that, but she basically throws away the key. So he's trapped on his own planet that he was using with his own fucking killer robot army. His own robot army is making sure that he stays in prison forever. And you may be wondering, how could this possibly go wrong? Also, worth mentioning that I think this is hilarious. Basically, so at the time or whatever, so basically the Didact's ex basically agreed with, the librarian and basically realized, damn, this guy's fucking idiot. So not only does she help her plot to immobilize the Didact and then keep him imprisoned, she is basically the warden of the prison. However, that's not the problem, because, so it turns out, she basically was like, damn, the Didact really was a fucking idiot for doing that. So, what she ends up doing is she composes herself so that she can become a Promethean or whatever. And she basically serves as the warden. Just a neat story, and I do think it's kind of neat that, she's kind of there. Also, I do think it's kind of hilarious that while they didn't get along necessarily, her and the librarian, they actually were kind of nice to each other, which is not something I can say about a lot of exes. Or, people being able to relate or whatever with somebody else's ex. Kind of neat. Anyways. Oh shit. Oh shit. Hi, big man. I don't like you. Go away. Oh shit. Go away, big man. Oh shit. He's eating my sniper rifle rounds. Oh shit. I forgot how unforgiving Halo Combat Evolved can be. Now, let me quickly run away. Where did big guy go? Oh, that's where he is. I don't like you. Go away. Go the other direction. I forgot your fucking AoE damage. Piss off. Got one. Now time to deal with his twin. Damn, I forgot how much fucking damage he does. Shit. Fall damage. No! That was the thing that did me in? Fall damage? Anywho. So, basically, because basically something weird happened or whatever. I don't remember the specific thing or whatever. But basically, the ISO Didact got implanted with the Didact's memories. So Bornsteller got Shadow of Sundered Stars memories. And basically, he's smart now. Basically, he's basically put in charge of the entire Forerunner military because they're like, well, we need somebody to do the job. And the last two people to do the job were somebody psychotic and somebody psychotic. So let's have somebody normal in the actual position for a change. But anyways, so what eventually happens is, well, so while, we're losing the war, the Forerunners are losing the war, essentially. Basically the librarian's like, God, we have to make the halos, we have to make the donuts and make them kill everything. But here's the thing. How can life go on if the entire, basically what halos do is when they're activated, they send out a giant pulse that kills all life. So they don't necessarily kill the flood. They kill the flood's food source, also known as us. They can't inhabit or infest anything if everything is, disintegrated. Yeah, that's not fun for us. But hey, better than becoming a popcorn-infested zombie. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's better to be a non-living piece of thing rather than be a fucking piece of junk. I'll be right back. I gotta refill my water. I have to hydrate, not dehydrate. Okay, we're back, chat.
Cool.
So, we're losing the war, and we build the Halos. Or the Foreigners build the Halos. And they basically are like, guys, those humans that we accidentally killed most of, you know, they could be the future. So we should give them, like, the mantle of responsibility. So basically, she implants a gene seed. Basically, she's like, I need to pre-plan this. So she makes sure, at least on one end, that there is a very smart scientist who knows how to work genes. And, you know, knows where to look for the right kind of genes to make super soldiers in the future. And one of those super soldiers is going to be literally the beacon of hope for all of humanity. Not because he's the best, but because, as Dr. or Catherine Halsey once said, he is the luckiest. Sorry, Marine. Fucking quickscope that bitch. Oh. I don't even know what the hell that was that blew me up. I have lost all of my dudes to an invisible motherfucker. I have 2 Marines. But basically, yeah, she's like, you know, he may not be the best, but he is the luckiest. So he may not be the fastest, he's not the strongest, he's not the tallest. In fact, it's kind of ironic because the tallest Spartan ever recorded is Samuel 034. Which is, it's funny because of what happens to him, or at least it becomes relevant later. Anyways, I'm surprised. There's not usually 2 jackals here. Usually hunters. Anyways. Basically, they realize that they may have done a little bit of an oopsie. So what they do is they basically... she basically sets up the entire future of what will happen next. Because, you know, she's cool like that. Also, I think this is hilarious that, in hindsight, so the person or whatever that she trains, basically to replace her as the chief, like the head of the life workers, which is kind of bit. So, for quick story, the Foreigners have a caste system. So there's the warriors, the builders, and a bunch of others, and then there's the life workers. The life workers, they do everything revolving around life. The builders, well, they made the halos. That's just about it. They just kind of build things. The warriors do the warrior thing, and whatever. It's just, yeah, that's just that. Basically, so she trains this life worker called Chant to Green to replace her. It's funny because eventually Chant to Green marries the Isodidact, which is kind of funny to me because it's like, so the person being trained by the person whose memories have as your wife is your wife. That is at least kind of funny to me. Or at least it's funny how that worked out. Anywho, that's like far, far like after the events of this or whatever. And it doesn't really matter in terms of the story because we don't really know what happens to Bornstellar after the events of the first. After what happens, we don't know what happens to Bornstellar, which kind of sucks, and it's honestly a shame. Because Bornstellar as a character, he's actually kind of cool, and I think that the whole thing was a wasted opportunity when it came to him. Because he's a chill Forerunner. Like, god damn it. Why'd you have to... He's not even dead. In the current setting, I'm pretty sure he's not dead. Until they confirm that he is in fact still... He's like dead or whatever, he is not dead. The Halos didn't kill him. In fact, he was on the Ark when the Halos fired. So he was fine. Anyways, so basically, the Foreigners, as like their desperate act to save everything, they index the librarian. She basically indexes everything, every single living being. Like, I'm talking everything. Your dog, she basically made your dog. You're welcome. Your cats, she made the cats. She indexed those. She went out of her way to put those in a basically a cryogenic freezer to be used for later. So you're welcome. And basically, the Forerunners blow up everything. They kill all life in the galaxy. However, unfortunately, the librarian, she doesn't really get to see this. Because what she does in an act of self-sacrifice, she goes to Earth. She goes to Erde Tyrene. And she spends her last days watching Sentinels build what eventually became known as the Portal at Voy, or the Portal to the Ark. Which, by the way, in case you're curious, is in Kenya. The portal to the giant space thing that made the halos and is where you fire all of them from, yeah, the portal to that is in Kenya. Also worth mentioning that this place it's a giant portal facility. There are only 2 of them in the entire galaxy. The other one was present at Reach. Albeit that's not the name that the Forerunners knew it by. I don't actually know the name that the Forerunners knew the planet Reach by, but you get my point. Basically, the other portal complex is at Reach. And I'm going to be honest, this is like mostly irrelevant to the entire story. It just kind of explains. This came from a thing or whatever. This was a Halo Reach map pack from 2010, and then it wasn't mentioned until they explain how Atriox got back into the main galaxy after Halo Wars 2, since he was on the Ark. So basically, for the effects of the entire timeline, it's not it's irrelevant, which is kind of sad. Albeit, it also doesn't help that Reach is kind of a hellhole right now within the current setting. Anywho, so she's just kind of watching, and then she dies because the rings went off. Not only that, but she tracks the pulse. She tracks the pulse that wipes all living species in the entire galaxy. She tracks it across the sky before it hits Earth. Kind of sad. Anywho, so basically they do this right as the Flood are right up against their door at the Ark. So spoiler alert, the Flood lose the war. Mendicant Bias is put on trial, and basically they basically say, you've been a very naughty boy. So we're going to put you in prison for however long we want. So, yeah. Oh, by the way, when I say they put him in prison, I mean they basically locked him in a giant sarcophagus in a sand dune. That is literally how they kept him contained. However, they were like, you know what? You've done enough. We're going to make you sit in silence with your sins for eternity. Something about the Forerunners using just eternity as a punishment. They're like, wait it out. Bitch, you can't wait for the Super Mario movie? Wait it out. That is literally what the...
It was fine. It was fine.
I don't... How do I tell you you're wrong? Let's see here. You're wrong.
Chris Pratt, it was not the person to play Mario. But you know what? The movie itself was fine.
I'm gonna hurt you.
Chris Pratt was not the correct person to play Mario. But he did fine. He did fine.
In my
The movie
opinion,
was
I
good.
feel like
He
Jack
did
Black
fine.
was the main star of that movie. Anywho. Clear. Anyways. Grenade. Bitch. I don't know if you can tell, but my solution is just throwing grenades and seeing what happens. No, Marine, I will not save any for you. They're all mine. I will kill every last fucking alien. Anyways. So, 100,000 years goes by. You'd be perfectly mistaken. You'd be perfectly wrong in saying nothing happens in that 100,000 years. In fact, we come into existence. The Forerunners reseed the galaxy. Life is restored. So all those living things that were everywhere, all of them are put back where they belong. However, so the humans or whatever, we basically, everything kind of goes normal for us. You know, we go to space, we do things. It's kind of cool. However, let's go back a little bit. So, about 1,000 years before even Christ is born. Yeah, Jesus isn't even around yet. For fuck's sake. They woke them up. So 1,000 years, or around 1,000 years, before you know, we do our thing, and you know, kill God's son, because you know, we're pretty terrible like that. Yeah, I know. Call humans bad people, but like, we were the first people, so fuck you. Anywho, so there are two species fighting each other. Well, actually, there's one species basically was like, you know what, fuck y'all, I'm leaving my planet. These dudes, guess what? It's the Sanshayum again, and basically they found a bunch of ancient Forerunner technology and were like, guys, this is evidence of the gods. We should worship these dudes. Basically, they went to a planet called Olgathon, and basically was like, guys, they basically tried to spread their religion to a species called the Sangheili, who inhabited Olgathon at the time. The Sangheili, thinking that touching these holy artifacts, because they also kind of worship these things, they're like, even touching these holy artifacts and using them, let alone reverse engineering them, like the Sanshayum had been, that's fucking heresy. So, the Arbiter, the dude who was kind of in charge of the local area, you know what he decided to do? He killed the entire diplomatic delegation by himself and literally put their heads on a floating, basically like a little skiff thing, and basically sent them back home. Basically, the Sanshayum were a bit absolutely terrified that somebody literally killed all of these people in cold blood. Oh, hey, look, it's the dude. It's him. It's Keys. Mr. Keys. It's the dude. He's the dude I'm looking for. He's kind of important to the plot or something. I don't know. Anywho, so basically, they declare war on the Sangheili for killing all these people, and basically after a certain point, the Sangheili are fed up of having to deal with Forerunner bullshit, and basically they abandon their own beliefs to reverse engineer shit to beat the prophets, also known as the Sanshayum. Yeah, this is kind of where the phrase prophets comes from. Basically, they do terror. The elites lose the war, but basically the prophets realize, oh hey, you guys are useful. You guys should be like our warriors.
Yeah.
So basically, they form a covenant using a document known as the Writ of Union. Basically, then they kind of go on an imperialization scheme, building basically a giant mushroom that it acts as their kind of home world, if that makes any sense. I'm not going to get into that. Anyways, so they recruit a bunch of alien species. The first to be kind of impressed into this sort of service were the Ungoi, the grunts. Then the jackals. At some point, the drones were. Also, I'd like to mention that I'm using the UNSC call signs for these kinds of aliens, not their actual species names. So the elites, like this guy's an elite, if you can see him on screen. Or at least he was. This dude too. Elites. The smaller little midget dudes. That dude. That dude over there in the corner.
Yeah.
He's a grunt. He's not. There's a jackal. This little fucker. Eventually, these fuckers get sniper rifles because I don't know. Fuck me, that's why. They also become the bane in the next game, Halo 2. They become the literal bane to any any speedrunner's existence. Because they literally 360 no-scope you. That is a real thing. You can go Google any Halo. You can go look at any Halo Legendary run for Halo 2, and you'll see clips of people being absolutely fucking demolished by Jackal snipers, and it's not even funny. Is this the right door? Yes. Let me quickly murder him. I missed. I did not miss. He's dead. Anyways. Oh, so this is what happened to all my Marines. They're all fucking dead. I'm not going to use the terminal. You guys can watch the terminal on your own time. Because I'm going to get my ass kicked by these people who are going to walk through the door. Anywho, so basically they have a bunch of different Covenant species. It's not just, the elites and the prophets. Another one of the important species to mention is the brutes. They're relatively new to the Covenant. By new, I mean this is the 2500s that they're being in. Not even the 2500s. The late 24, like the 24. I think it's 2460s or something. So it's relatively recent. Also worth mentioning that by the time that I think this is hilarious. Around the time that we're dealing or whatever with like Columbus sailing around the globe, that is around the same time that the Jackals are absorbed into the Covenant, which is kind of fucking wild. Also, I still think this is hilarious. The Hunters, they're made out of worms. These guys, these big armor dudes, they're made out of worms. They're just worms with power armor, essentially, are on. Basically, they kind of... These worms form a collective hive mind. Which is kind of neat. So yeah, worms. Also, these worms grow up to 6 feet long. Also, one of these forms of worms, also, by the way, these worms are called Legolo. One of the forms of these worms, called Thanolegolo, they just kind of eat. Like, they hungry. You want to know what I mean by that?
Sure, what do you mean?
In the TV show Halo Nightfall, there a swarm of them eat a condor, which is a dropship. It eats an entire fucking dropship. Oh, and they eat people. Yeah, not so fun. I don't want to think about 6-foot-long worms that eat me. Anywho. Also, drones, bug boys. There's so the Jiralhanae, also known as the brutes, they look like monkeys. They are Harambe with a gun. Literally. That's literally what they are. That unironically. After this mission, I am literally going to hop onto like Halo 2 and show you what I'm talking about. Because these guys are literally monkeys. Anywho. So, going back to talking about humanity, you may be wondering, what is humanity doing? What kind of shenanigans are we back up to? Well, we unified Earth and... Oh, shit. That's a dude. That's my dude. I didn't mean to murder you in cold blood, sir. I killed another Marine again. So anyways, basically we fought a giant civil war called the Rainforest Wars, which I won't discuss because there isn't that much information about it, to be honest. But that takes place around 400 years before the start of Halo. So that's like 2100s that is happening. So that's kind of relatively new. Anywho, so in the 2490s, basically a bunch of So in the 2300s, we start to expand. We unlock a new method of traveling, slip space, basically using portals to basically move giant ships around using an alternate dimension. It's actually kind of neat. Albeit it's described in Halo First Strike that our slip space that we developed is more like punching a hole into the alternate dimension, while the Covenant form of slip space is described as gently kind of just like making a little pinhole. So our version was just kind of brute forcing it because humans, what else is new?
Yeah.
In other news, all of my Marines are dead. All of my friends are dead. Reggie. I will steal your resticles, you fucking aliens. Why is Zoink Scoob? I'm fighting the Covenant. Anyways.
Like Zoink Scoob. And they said fixings. I thought they meant like fixings on a sandwich.
I think that was enough explosives. Anyways. So we basically, during the 2400s, after this is like our golden age. You know, we have all of these colonies or whatever all across the galaxy. By all across the galaxy, I mean all throughout the Orion arm of the galaxy, and that's just about it. We haven't really ventured that far off. Oh, hey, Overshield. Okay, keep going. Anywho. Unfortunately, we had a slight problem when it came to, dealing with civil unrest.
Just a slight one.
So a bunch of terrorists got their hands on a nuke. And basically they bombed an entire planet. Or they bombed a colony. So when a bunch of the rest of the colony started resisting the UNSC rule, basically being kind of fed up of humanity's bullshit and the central rule from Earth, which they saw as like demeaning or whatever to them as colonists, since they were in an area of space called the outer colonies. So you have the outer colonies, the inner colonies, and the middle colonies. Middle colonies, there's not much about them. They are what they are. Inner colonies, you have like the Moon, Mars, Earth, Reach, basically all of the important areas. That's just kind of what that's just kind of what it's like. Anywho, thank you. Oh, hey, terminal. I'll get that when these people are dead. Okay, they're dead. So, unfortunately, so the UNSC's response to this kind of terrorist attack, so the colony that rebels is a colony called Far Isle. The UNSC's response is to send C-709 longsword naval strike fighters. And what they do is they nuke Far Isle. What's left of Far Isle, it's gone. There is nothing on that planet. As far as I know, there is nothing on Far Isle in the current setting. They nuked it. They literally atomized the entire place because they're like, fuck it. So this kicks off... Yeah. This kicks off what we call the insurrection. This is in 2494. So the insurrection, they get smarter. They get better leaders. One of them is a guy called Colonel Robert Watts, who defects from the UNSC in 2503.
Sounds like a dick.
He is. So one of the important people that I'll talk about, one of the important programs or whatever that I'll talk about is Project Orion. So Project Orion originally started in the 2300s, back during the Interplanetary Wars and even before the Rainforest Wars and all of that. It was a, at the time, unsuccessful attempt at super soldiers. In the 2490s, it was reactivated to basically deal with the new insurrectionist threat. Basically, this was humanity's first attempt at real super soldiers. And it fucking worked. These Orion operatives, they were smarter, they were better than any UNSC soldiers that we currently have. However, slight problem, some of them defected to the insurrection. And another thing is that a lot of them, they suffered genetic defects So it kind of sucked. So in 2506, they pull the plug. After about a little bit over 10 years of operation. And a lot of these people are like put back into the military. Like these are like military people who were already in the military, put into this program, and then shuffled back into the armed forces. One of these people is the man, the myth, the legend, Sergeant Avery J. Johnson. He is the man. He is the guy, but not the guy that I am playing. He is, when it comes to Halo fans, our favorite African-American protagonist. But I'll talk about him later in a future video. Besides, you guys can go check out my main channel for that, because he's in several of my videos. Or at least he shows up because I play Halo sometimes on the main channel. You guys should really subscribe to that. That way you guys could see all the things. Watch me play all of the games. Like Control and other random games that I decide to play in my free time when I'm not doing projects or making videos for this channel.
He should really be focusing on sociology. Tell him that.
Guys, if you guys subscribe, I will work on my sociology.
No.
We should be encouraging them to subscribe. That way I don't have to work.
I'm encouraging you to do your sociology so you don't have to take another sociology class and we can stay in the same fourth period.
Well, you know what would be nice? It would be nice if I just didn't have to, if I don't have to retake my English. But I might have to, because they're being fucking pain in the ass. But I will not talk about that on stream because I know. I'm not going to go into too many details about that on stream, but anyways. We can talk about that off stream.
I'm putting pressure on you.
I know. Besides, I'm going to be working on it after this stream is over anyways. So, the insurrection, it kind of becomes a really major problem in the years after this happens. In particular, one of the main problem planets is a planet called Eridanus 2. And by extension, its nearby neighbor, Eridanus Secundus. The Eridanus system in general is a pain in the ass for the UNSC. And frankly, they've just about had it. So, in 2513, they basically create a punitive expedition to go kick these people's ass. They call it Operation Trebuchet. And it actually goes very well, albeit it takes a long time. Oh shit. Oh, there goes my overshield. So eventually, around 2506, when they're trying to, they have their doubts about the Orion program, and they eventually shut it down. There is a young scientist, who's like, guys, I could help. And you guys are also kind of being a little bit stupid about this. And so this young scientist, she basically goes to work for the government. Also, I'd like to mention that her main thing is, like, genetics. Wow, she almost sounds like somebody I may or may not have mentioned earlier in this video. And lo and behold, this young scientist was Dr. Catherine Halsey. Basically, she told the UNSC, guys, we're cooked. We need to go fight the Covenant. Well, not really the Covenant, but we want to fight the insurrection, and I fear that this is going to get a lot worse. Because of a study that was released called the Carver Findings, where basically we figured out, oh hey, this is going to get a whole lot worse than it already is. So basically, they realized that we need to stop this threat somehow. So basically, the Office of Naval Intelligence is in charge of this program. They're not really part of the UNSC Navy. For all intents and purposes, they act on their own. They are basically this universe's version of the CIA. Well, CIA and FBI. They're internal security. You know what I mean? Basically, they're...
Yeah.
Oh, I died. They work basically as the KGB, the FBI, CIA, and the Gestapo all in one. And yes, that means they get up to some very sketchy things. So they basically say, hey, you know what, Doctor, since you're so fucking important, we want you to give us literally your wish list. What do you need in candidates? So she gives them genetic markers, and also because they realized that it's kind of hard to indoctrinate adults, you know, into the military.
Yeah.
They're like, remove all the choice. So basically, they're like, okay, 7-year-olds. Yes, this is a real thing that they were thinking at the time. Guys, let's kidnap a fuck ton of 7-year-olds.
Wow.
Yeah. Fucking spectacular. Also, worth mentioning, the original plan for this project was get 150 of these guys. Of these super-powered, basically super soldiers. Slight problem. They realized that it was going to be way too expensive. So they cut the numbers down. So it went from 150 to 75. And yes, they still kept like the 7-year-old idea. Basically, they're going to kidnap a bunch of 7-year-olds and indoctrinate them into the military. So each child that is indoctrinated is given a serial number as like a member of, so that you know which Spartan number that you're talking to. Basically, this is their form of a service number. It's 3 digits. And at least for the Spartan 2s, because this is their name kind of honors the Orion candidates, they're basically it goes from 1 to 150. And basically, one of the things was that so these guys have to be like really specific when it comes to like the genetic markers. And they're not even entirely sure that this is going to work. Yeah, you heard me. They don't even know if this is going to properly work. They're hoping it's going to work. But hopes and dreams only get you so far. So in 2517, they kidnap 75 children. And they basically start indoctrinating all of these kids into the military. These kids are basically bred to fight. So keep in mind that their original threat that they're supposed to be fighting is the insurrection. Space terrorists.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of these at the time, they're kind of like the UNS. A lot of Halsey notices a select few of the candidates do really, really well. Like extraordinarily well. And they, for all intents and purposes, they're basically her favorites. Don't get me wrong. She technically doesn't play favorites. But they know who's her favorite. Her favorite was a little boy who was given the serial number 117. This boy was named John. This man, this green man on screen, is the man. This is John 117. He is John Halo. He is literally the guy. And unironically, I got a ping on Reddit that just says Emily Armstrong in Fortnite. You know what? I actually kind of want to know, but I'll look at that later. So basically, they're like, she realizes that some of these kids are also worth mentioning. She actually gets to know each one of these kids. She actually acts like a mom to these kids. So she knows all of their names. She knows what they like. She knows, like, everything about them. And it's actually kind of, in some ways, it's kind of sweet because she basically acts like they're her kids. And she also makes sure that, like, the other, like, military people, like, other branches and whatever, they don't hurt them. Because believe me, if she found out that one of her kids was hurt by somebody that she didn't fucking like, you bet your ass she's gonna kick their ass. That and literally her best friend is a guy called Michael Stanforth, who for a long time was literally in charge of the Office of Naval Intelligence. So her best friend was literally in charge of the government program. Well, not really. He wasn't really in charge of. He was in charge of their specifically Section 3 of ONI, which is the department that she was in. So the time eventually comes. They're like, guys, we need. Also, worth mentioning, so they do all kinds of stuff or whatever when it comes to these tests.
Yeah.
You know, making sure that these kids can, like, fight or whatever. It's worth mentioning that they never, ever, ever are given clearance to fire actual live weapons. Or at least, she doesn't like it when trainers are firing live weapons at the Spartans. She's a little bit particular about that. And you know what? I don't blame her. I also don't blame her for her mistrust of the other people because, god damn it, some of the people she works with, fucking hell. God, if I had coworkers like that, I'd fucking try to kill them too. Anyways. Eventually, Oni realizes that they're like these kids are really successful. So what they do is they actually greenlight a second program. Basically a second like class or whatever of Spartan 2s. I'm going to be honest, we don't know anything about the second class of Spartan 2s other than that they may have existed. That's it.
Alright.
We know about like 3 of them, and that's it. And one of them is a probable, but the reason why it didn't go through is because she was the daughter of a Spartan 1. So when the Oni people or whatever came to go kidnap her, her dad literally killed all of the officers with his bare hands. So yeah, don't fuck with that dude. Also, in case you're wondering what story that's from, if you guys want to go read it, it's from a little alternate reality game called I Love Bees. I don't think you can find it anymore. I don't think you've been able to find it for like the last, I don't know how long. Oh shit. I should not have done that. There we go. Basically, so eventually the time comes. They're fully trained and whatever. And she's like, great, let's start the augmentations. By the way, when these kids are labeled ready, basically, they're 14. These are 14-year-olds.
Jesus.
They're given a bunch of growth hormones, experimental surgeries, stuff that the UNSC the dude who was in charge of the medical station that they were on, he didn't know much, but what he did know, he didn't like at all. His name is Rear Admiral Isanis Jerome. He absolutely hated what was going on. He didn't know anything, but he was like, dude, if you're doing anything relating to these kinds of experiments, I don't want to know. I don't want to know what the hell you're doing, and frankly, that's kind of fucked up. Basically, he was like, damn, this shit I would not recommend to anything. I don't know what you're planning or whatever, but whatever you're planning, I don't want anything to do with it. So, among the many experimental surgeries, you have basically they have a bunch of drugs that basically like one of the drugs is like metabolic steroids. Yeah, they literally give these kids a form of steroids. They have growth hormones, testosterone. They're given a like one as part of their augmentations. Their bones are made out of like metal. Like there is a metal ceramic coating to their bones to literally make them as hard as steel.
Jesus.
Yeah, and when I say this was like experimental, this was like people knew that the people involved knew how questionable it was. It did it anyways. That's how fucked up the Office of Naval Intelligence is. Okay. Here's another one. They literally basically one of the surgeries was to their eyes so that they could see better. Like, I'm talking miles better than what humans have. Muscle enhancements. Freaking. There is a 300 one of the things was like a 300% increase in like their reflexes. Yeah, that was fucking crazy. Just a reminder that they were doing this to 14-year-olds. I don't know what they were thinking. I'm gonna be honest. So this is in 2525. And basically one of the other things that they do is basically their first thing is like, okay, get these people adjusted and then we're going to have to deploy them. They're like really desperate to get anything. So remember how I said a certain Colonel Robert Watts defected to the insurrection? I said that a fair bit like an hour ago or so. Do you remember when I said that? And you said that he sounds like a dick?
Yeah.
So the Office of Naval Intelligence, they were getting really sick of his shit. And basically, they're like, all right, we're going to send in literally we are going to send in our best operatives to fucking bring him in. The operatives were Blue Team. Blue Team was a group of Spartans. Now, at the time that they're doing this, when they bring in Blue Team, the initial like group or whatever of Blue Team is John 117, Samuel 034, Kelly 087, Linda 058, and Fred 104. With Fred acting as a tactician of the group. Kelly 087 being the close quarters. Basically, she's fucking fast. I'm not even. Well, I'm unironically saying this. She is literally the fastest recorded Spartan. Spartan 4s can't even fucking catch up to her. She fucking quick as hell. Also, when I say inhumanly fast, I mean basically the augmentations made her already faster than she already was. Which is absolutely fucking crazy. Also, worth mentioning, so remember how I said there were 75 Spartans? Forget that. There's now 32. Well, actually 36. So all of those other people, they're dead. They failed the augmentations and they died. It was actually kind of gruesome. Like, basically they were convulsing and da-da-da-da-da. All kinds of crazy fucking disgusting shit. Yeah, absolutely fucking scary. So yeah, there's 36 of them now. That totally doesn't change at all. No, not at all. Let's not talk about the fact that the Office of Naval Intelligence thought it was a good idea to bring several people back from the dead. That's actually true. Just look, Spartan Red Team from Halo Wars, they were brought back from the dead. Omega, well, actually Omega wasn't. We know that Spartan Team Black from the comics, they were actually brought back from the dead. Saren 019 was brought back from the dead, albeit she never served it. She never actually continued serving. Instead, she went into the Office of Naval Intelligence, where she became known as Saren Osman. I'm not going to get into her because, god damn it, I could rant about how fucking sketchy she is. If Parangoski was freaking spooky already, god damn it, Saren Osman takes it to another level. Anywho. Kelly, she's very fast. Linda, she's basically the marksman. She is the best sniper. In Halo First Strike, there is a scene where she is literally hanging on a wire. She is literally holding herself upside down on a dangling wire with her legs alone, and then snipes a pilot out of a fucking Banshee. This bitch took lifting with your legs way too literally. And yet she still manages to be the best sniper in the entire fucking thing. So, I'm not gonna complain. So there's that. Anywho, basically they send Blue Team to go capture Colonel Robert Watts. Basically, they have them stow away on a civilian freighter that is actually heading towards the insurrectionist base. They go in, they basically break down the door. And also, the only reason why they even found out that he was, that they probably knew that it was him, was because there was a bunch of shipments for like really fancy things like Arcadia wine and chocolate, as well as cigars, really fancy cigars. So, you know, his spending habits caught up with him.
Just a little.
Also, I think it's funny because in the book Fall of Reach, they are literally talking about, oh hey, yeah, that seems a little bit sus. So basically, they break into his freaking tower on this asteroid because yes, this supervillain has a base in an asteroid. They basically capture him, break him out of this place. Oh, by the way, because he was being a little bit of a dick, if I'm remembering this correctly, Kelly just kind of punched him, or she knocked him out, and then they threw him in a box.
Oh, well, it kind of sounds like he deserved it.
Unironically, they stuck him in a box and then brought him back to the UNSC carrier. Also, worth mentioning that before this mission, Oni basically did a test to see how Spartans would react to ODSTs in a theoretical combat situation. Basically, there was like a squad of 4 ODSTs that basically they antagonized him or whatever, and they tried to fight him. Well, they fought John, the Master Chief. He kicks their asses. 2 of them fucking die. Unironically, he kills 2 of them with his bare fucking hands. And then the other 2 are basically critically injured. It was freaking the according to this, the fight, the whole fight was over in less than 5 seconds. That is how fast he rocked their shit. He killed 2 people, freaking, and then injured another 3. Like, hot damn. That is a fucking serious ass kicking. Anywho, so when they get back, there is a problem. So, also, the reason why Oni were so jumpy to get Robert Watts isn't even because of something he did. So, they had heard rumors from the planet Harvest that there was a bunch of piracy going on. Oni, being a little bit jumpy, they sent one of their best field agents out there and basically said, look, grab whoever you fucking can for this mission. So she brings 2 Orion trainees. She brings 2 Spartan 1s to Harvest, to basically investigate what's going on. And so one of them is Staff Sergeant Avery Johnson. The other is Staff Sergeant Nolan Byrne. So basically, they found out, oh hey, it's not even the insurrection who's raiding all these ships. It's a bunch of fucking aliens. Just a reminder that we didn't even know that aliens existed yet. You know, so that was a thing. We didn't even know that aliens existed. So you'll never guess what the Office of Naval Intelligence solution was. If they cause you problems, go kill them. What an innovative solution, guys. You guys did so well. I mean, hey, it kind of worked, so I guess I can't really complain with the results. Basically, the Covenant killed a bunch of people. They glassed the entire planet. And yeah, started the Human Covenant War. Oh, hey, by the way, Johnson and Byrne, they both survive. And as well as a bunch of other survivors from Harvest. Also, I'd like to mention that the literal Halo Contact Harvest literally describes the planet as essentially Wisconsin, Minnesota, and Kansas combined. So there is literally nothing on Harvest. The entire planet, nothing, basically. And I think this is hilarious. They unironically describe it as basically there's nothing there. Which I kind of think is funny. So yeah, we encountered the Covenant and now we're at war. However, slight thing. So Halsey, in the meantime, has been cooking up something. She hold on, let her cook. So basically, she created an entire armor system. This is the first set of what's called Mjolnir armor. This is the thing she made. I'm guessing
people can only wear that if they're worthy? I don't know.
No. Well, kind of.
Well, that would have been a better way to use that name. Just saying.
Only Spartans can really wear the armor. Because originally they tested it with normal, unaugmented human operators. His muscle spasms killed him because of how reactive the armor is to like your body. His armor spasms killed him. He pummeled himself inside the armor. So, yeah. So not only does the armor make you faster than you already fucking were as a Spartan, but it also makes you stronger. Work smarter, not harder. But now you can work smarter and harder. Now that you have fucking advanced fire control systems in your helmet that allow you to see like targeting data. And all kinds of other crazy shit. Unfortunately, so they get the armor and whatever, but then they realize that above the testing ground, by the way, this testing ground is on the planet Kai Seti 4, which doesn't really become any more relevant to the entire setting, given that it's only really mentioned during some of the little snippets that we hear in Reach, and a little bit afterwards, given that it's where Mark V was tested, which is not really purview to most of this video. But basically, Covenant ship shows up. The Spartans are deployed to board it and blow it up, because the UNSC ship that is stationed there, the UNSC Commonwealth, which is a what's called the Paris-class heavy frigate, it is not up to the task. For reference, the Commonwealth still manages to be 3 times longer than this Covenant ship, and yet it gets its fucking ass beat, because here's the thing: human ships, at least during this stage of the war, don't have shields. So yeah, it just kind of it got melted. The only thing that was remarked upon of doing any damage were the Mac rounds and nukes, because they straight up fired a Shiva class nuclear warhead into it. However, so worth kind of quickly explaining what a Mac is. And aside from being a nickname for me, anyways, Mac. Thank you for that, Natalia Alianova.
Yes, you're a shit shoveler in my kingdom.
So the Mac is a magnetic accelerator cannon. Basically, you have a giant rod, and then you fucking yeet it at supersonic speeds. They basically made a really big-ass railgun. Also worth mentioning that these railguns are so fucking large that they literally take up most of the space on a ship. Okay, if I play this mission, Tip of the Spear, I will show you precisely what I'm talking about. Because, so, basically, it's a spinal-mounted weapon, which doesn't really exist in most science fiction universes. Ah, got him! You bitch, I can quickfire you. Where's that freaking pelican? Hey, warthog. Anywho, so Macs basically fire a really big gun. It's massive. But so basically, unfortunately, the Mac only creates it makes a little bit of a hole, but it's not that much. When it comes to when it comes to power scaling in Halo, for most of the war, the UNSC is basically on the back foot. The Covenant have such advanced like weaponry or whatever that a lot of our technology just kind of is not that good comparatively. Fire into the frickin'... Okay, now quick. I am going to quickly run. Bye, cat. Fuck you, cat.
Don't fuck a cat.
No, this lady is named Cat. She's just a bitch. Unironically, if you played this game, you'd know what I'm talking about. Because she is, in fact, a bitch. Oh, also, here's the type of ship that I was talking about. That's a Paris-class frigate. Up on screen. So basically, imagine a ship a third the length of that being more powerful. Essentially. Am I just terrible at grenade throws? Come on, Cat. I know you're a bitch, but you still... I still need a gunner. Because you killed the Marine.
I really hope your cat isn't in the room with you.
She isn't. I mean, would it have been better if I started Cat by her full name?
I don't know.
In case you're curious, this character's full name is Catherine. I still think she's a bitch, though. Is that tank just kind of... Tank's dead. So anyways, when they're trying to destroy the ship, Sam's suit is breached. And he's forced to stay on the ship so that the bomb can go off. He is the first Spartan to be killed in action. Unfortunately, he will not be the last. Several years later, well, actually, a year later, the UNSC makes their first attempt to retake the planet. Well, the planet of Harvest. Spoiler alert. It goes well initially, and then it goes less well. Come on, Cat, shoot him. Come on, you stuck up bitch. I'm gonna quickly grab bullets because I am clinically low on bullets.
That's bad.
Yes, especially when I have to fight aliens. It's kind of very bad. We got Gold and Cyril. Your last name is Saint Gyrons? Damn, man. Anywho. So yeah, there's a lot of different during the entirety of Halo, it usually kind of sucks when it comes to human encounters with aliens. However, in a twist, after a series of very successive losses, we win the Battle of Sigma Octanus 4, in which we destroy an entire Covenant fleet, which is great. However, one slight problem. The Covenant were looking for a thing, which means it was probably a MacGuffin. And it will definitely not come back to haunt us.
Oh, I just got hit with a smell that I like. Not you, because you're vegetarian, but oh, my brother is cooking bacon. Ooh.
I speed.
I'm in heaven right now. I just got the first whiff of bacon.
So, unfortunately, so this Covenant MacGuffin, this thing, turns out to be a foreigner artifact that gives us coordinates. However, like a good human, we leave it for later and say, don't worry about it. Oh, so then the Covenant find Reach, the entire, basically the powerhouse of the entire UNSC military? Yeah. It's also kind of the name of this game that I'm playing, Halo Reach. Woo! Oh shit. So during the fall of Reach, basically the UNSC tries the best it can. Oh, there it goes. We're trying everything. We're trying everything to kill these freaking aliens. Also, I'd like to mention, I kind of forgot to mention this earlier. So remember how I mentioned the insurrection? Ever since like the Covenant kind of came into existence, they kind of no longer were relevant, so they kind of exist, well, in the current canon. They're just not doing so well.
Oh, well.
Yeah, that's kind of a skill issue for them. Fuck you, giant congealed mass of worms. Oh, wait, hold on. This is what I'm talking about when I say these guys are literally made out of worms. If you can see stream, this is worm. He is made out of worm. Let me quickly run the fuck away from this. So basically, eventually, we lose reach. We do everything we can, including blow up a giant Covenant ship. And guess what? The Covenant just spawned in with fucking more ships. So, yeah. We blew up the mother of all Covenant ships. And frankly, it didn't do shit for us. I killed a wraith that was on the edge of the screen. Ruh-roh. Ruh-roh. Black Hawk down! Black Hawk down! We can make a movie out of this. Ah, shit. We're good. The dude who was sitting in the seat next to me wasn't so good, though. He's dead. I didn't even see him, and he already looks dead. Yeah, I think he's dead. Hey, Nat, I'm not gonna lie. I think he's dead. Poor army trooper. This is the one game he shows up in. And then he will be irrelevant for the rest of forever because, Marines. So anywho, despite all of our best efforts, we unfortunately lost reach. Unfortunately for us, it was the biggest L since Kanye. When I say Kanye, I just mean him existing. I don't mean like anything else. Just him existing.
I hate Kanye. Fuck Kanye.
I'm sorry, chat. You can say whatever you want to us. I don't think you're going to convince either of us that Kanye is a good person.
He isn't. He can go fuck himself.
If he gets a square mustache, I'm gonna have to start worrying for the planet. Is there a fucking alien here? Yes, there was. Fuck you, alien. All aliens are bad. Except one, who we'll meet in the sequel. Anywho. Also, so worth mentioning, so basically, Halo 1, they chase the Master Chief around. Also worth mentioning, most of the Spartans, they're dead. Yep, sorry. You thought they had a plan for what happens to all the Spartans now? Nope, most of the Spartan 2s died on Rage, which kind of sucks. But hey, it kind of sells you just how much shit the UNSC was in. You know, all of their primary super soldiers are dead. And they're not even the only super soldiers. There are Spartan 2s. This thing is no DMR, but it'll have to do. This man's just being stupid. Fuck you in particular. I will shoot you with my piss beam. I don't even know where the hell you went. Damn, you became more irrelevant than fucking Joe Biden. There we go. Time to use this thing. Needler. You'll never guess why it's called the Needler. I will make this pinker than your birthday party. Ah, plasma rifle. Much better. Time for me to go upstairs. What, you think I was gonna use stairs like some fucking plebe? Nah, gravity lift. The superior form of stairs. You can quote me on that now. Anything using fucking gravity? Nah. Let's use that as a form of elevators instead of stairs. Because fuck stairs. They're annoying. You have to climb them. Kind of piss you off after a while. Can you agree with me, though? Think about it. Stairs suck. Behold, you get to actually see what a Mac round does. And I forgot that you're not even watching the stream, so who am I kidding? You can go back and watch it later.
I will later.
Fire in the hole! Yay! It's dead. We did it, guys. We did it. Never mind. We didn't do it. The fuck. Pilot, get us the fuck out of here. Well, hey guys, it's the thing. It's the big ship. We're doomed. We are all doomed. Us mortal fools. We will escape this mortal realm. Sorry, guys. This mortal coil is no longer mine. Huh. Okay. Anywho. So yeah, also worth mentioning, the dude who basically was chasing the Pillar of Autumn, the Covenant, the leader of that, he's called Felvatomy. And he will most certainly not come up later. However, I do believe that is a story for another video. Because I think I've been ranting long enough. And I'm not going to just tell you the entire Halo franchise. Instead, I will get you up to date onto literally everything prior to the events of Halo CE. In the meantime, I hope everyone has a nice weekend. I'm actually going to do some work. I hope y'all have a nice day. Have a good day. Cheeseburger! And Nat, do you have anything to say before we leave?
Make him do his sociology paper.
Okay then, everyone, please make sure to donate. I want to go to London. So yeah, fun. Bye.